The way we work has changed. It's not a small shift, it's a revolution. As of 2025, a massive number of people, over 80% globally, are working from home at least some of the time. Think about that. The majority of the world's workforce has experienced a different way of earning a living. Nearly 2 out of every 3 of these individuals, a significant 64%, are now fully remote. This is a big jump from just a few years ago. Traditional office life is no longer the only option for millions. This transformation is reshaping our cities, our homes, and our daily routines in profound ways. The data clearly shows a world embracing work outside conventional office walls. This isn't just a fleeting trend born out of necessity, it's a sustained movement. Back in 2022, 49% of those working from home were fully remote. Fast forward to 2025, and that figure has climbed substantially. In the United States, looking back to 2019, only 7% of paid workdays happened at home. By 2024, this number soared to 28%, meaning American employees in jobs that can be done remotely averaged 2.3 days a week working from home. Across all workers, it was 1.4 days. This tells a story of rapid adoption and a fundamental rethinking of where and how work gets done. The genie is out of the bottle, and it seems unlikely to go back in. So where is all this remote work happening? The answer is overwhelmingly simple. At home. A staggering 82% of remote workers use their personal residence as their primary workplace. This makes sense. It's convenient, familiar, and allows for a unique blend of work and personal life. After home, the next most popular option is the traditional office, but only for a small fraction, just 9%. Co-working spaces attract about 5% of remote workers, offering a professional environment without the corporate structure. And then there are the coffee shop warriors, making up 2%, finding focus amidst the bustle. The home office in its many forms reigns supreme for most. The catalyst for much of this change was undeniably the global events starting in 2020. A large portion of today's remote workers, 56% to be exact, began their work-from-home journey since that pivotal year. What started as a temporary measure for many has evolved into a preferred permanent way of working. Companies and employees alike were forced to adapt, and in doing so discovered unexpected benefits. The initial disruption paved the way for a more flexible and distributed approach to employment. This period accelerated a trend that was already simmering, bringing the future of work into the present day with remarkable speed. While fully remote work has surged, another model is gaining serious traction: hybrid work. This blend of in-office and remote days is becoming a popular compromise. In the United States, the adoption of hybrid arrangements in professional workplaces jumped significantly. It went from 20% at the beginning of 2023 to 43% by the end of 2024. This shows companies are actively seeking a middle ground. Similarly, in the United Kingdom, figures from late 2024 indicated that 27% of workers were on a hybrid schedule, with 13% working exclusively from home. This move towards hybrid suggests a desire to balance flexibility with some in-person collaboration. Employees are making their preferences clear, and flexibility is high on their list. A remarkable 91% of individuals report a positive experience with remote work. Even more convincingly, 98% would recommend it and want to work remotely at least some of the time for the rest of their careers. When US employees were asked in 2024, 35% preferred fully remote, 40% wanted a hybrid model, and only 25% favored being office-based full-time. Interestingly, recent US college graduates show an even stronger preference for hybrid arrangements, with 65% choosing this option. This signals what the future workforce expects and values most. The benefits driving these preferences are compelling. Flexible scheduling consistently ranks as the top advantage. It's the number one reason people choose to work from home. The ability to manage one's own time allows for a better work-life integration. Following closely is the elimination of the daily commute. No more traffic jams or crowded trains, saving both time and stress. Cost savings are another major plus, with reduced expenses on travel, work attire, and lunches out. Furthermore, many appreciate the improved ability to care for family members or pets, making life's other responsibilities more manageable. This positive sentiment isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by widespread experience. During the pandemic, over half, 51.2% of those working from home reported a positive experience. Men, in fact, showed a slightly higher preference than women during that period. The overall desire for remote work options stems from tangible improvements in daily life. Employees value flexibility in when they work, 67% where they work, 62%, living where they choose, 55%, and the financial benefits, 48%. These are not minor perks. They are significant enhancements to quality of life, explaining the strong desire to maintain these working styles. Employers, for the most part, are on board with this new landscape. A large majority, 83% of US employers, view remote work arrangements as successful for their organizations. This indicates a significant shift in mindset from traditional management styles. UK employers also see clear advantages. Nearly 80% point to improved staff well-being as a key benefit. Almost half, 49.1%, have experienced reduced overhead costs, a direct boost to the bottom line. Furthermore, 48.3% report increased productivity from their home working staff, dispelling earlier concerns that remote work would lead to slacking. These numbers paint a picture of mutual benefit for many companies. The notion of increased productivity isn't just an employer observation, employees feel it too. Over half, 52% of adult professionals consider heightened productivity to be the most significant personal advantage of working from home. They feel more focused, less interrupted, and better able to manage their tasks effectively. During the pandemic, a substantial 68% of IT and digital organizations actually reported an increase in productivity thanks to remote work. Tech employees in particular frequently report feeling more productive when they are working from their home environments. This alignment between employee perception and business results is a powerful endorsement for flexible work models. However, the journey isn't without its challenges. The most significant issue reported by remote workers is the difficulty in unplugging from work, cited by 22%. When your office is also your home, the lines can easily blur, leading to longer hours. Closely following this is the feeling of loneliness, mentioned by 23% of remote workers. The lack of casual social interaction found in an office environment can take a toll. UK data from late 2024 shows that hybrid workers, 49%, and fully remote workers, 48%, frequently reply to messages and emails outside standard hours, highlighting this always-on culture. Despite these challenges, businesses are learning to adapt. While 95% of company executives believe some office presence is necessary to maintain a strong company culture, they are not demanding a full return. Many, about 29%, suggest 3 days per week in the office as a good balance. US employers generally prefer employees to be in the office for 3 days and work remotely for 2, a common hybrid structure. This approach attempts to capture the best of both worlds, the collaborative and cultural benefits of in-person interaction, combined with the flexibility and focus that remote work can offer. Over half of global organizations now recognize the importance of empowering their remote workforce effectively. Looking ahead, the commitment to remote and hybrid work seems set to continue. A significant 71% of companies have stated their intention to permanently allow some form of remote work. This isn't a temporary fix, but a long-term strategic decision. The future of work is widely seen as hybrid, accommodating a mix of in-office and remote days, though a substantial segment of the workforce will likely remain fully remote. To support this evolution, companies are planning serious investments. These investments are crucial for making distributed work models sustainable and successful in the coming years, ensuring teams can connect and collaborate effectively regardless of location. The right technology is the backbone of any successful remote work strategy. Tools for virtual collaboration are a top priority, with 72% of US company executives planning to boost spending in this area. Think of platforms like Microsoft Teams, which saw its daily active users grow to an impressive 145 million by August 2024. Productivity suites like Microsoft Office 365, used by over 3.1 million companies, and Google Apps together command 74% of this market. Secure IT infrastructure for virtual connectivity is another key investment for 70% of executives. The collaboration software market itself is booming, projected to exceed $30 billion by 2028. For employers navigating this new terrain, several key actions can pave the way for success. Strategically invest in those virtual collaboration tools and ensure your IT infrastructure is robust and secure. Crucially, provide training for managers to help them lead remote or hybrid teams effectively, as managing a distributed workforce requires different skills. Acknowledge and actively leverage the benefits of remote work, such as improved staff well-being and reduced operational costs. Continuously evaluate and adapt your work policies. These policies should reflect evolving employee preferences, keep an eye on industry benchmarks, and consider demographic variations to create an inclusive environment. Employees also have a role to play in making remote work successful for themselves. It's important to proactively develop strategies to manage common challenges. This means consciously creating boundaries to unplug from work and finding ways to combat potential feelings of loneliness, perhaps through virtual social events or local meetups. Clear communication with employers about work preferences and needs is vital. This collaboration can help create flexible arrangements that support both productivity and work-life balance. If possible, consider setting up a dedicated home office space. This practice, adopted by 37% of remote workers, can significantly improve focus and create a mental separation between work and personal life, leading to a more positive remote experience.